Hello students, hope you all are fine. In today's class we shall discuss Archimedes principle and Pascal's principle. Let us see what is Archimedes principle and what is Pascal's principle. Now let us say you have a spring balance and a stone is attached to the spring balance. Then the spring balance will show you the weight of the stone. Now, same spring balance, if you are keeping in the water, let's say this is the spring balance, you are keeping in the water, what happens is the weight appears to be decreased. This weight appears to be decreased because the water applies upward force on the stone. This upward force is called force of buoyancy. Now you want to know how much is the upward force or how much weight has been reduced. For that, what you have to do is you have to take a overflow jar. This is spring balance. Now, you are keeping the stone in the overflow jar. When you are keeping the stone in the overflow jar, the volume of water, the volume of water equal to the stone will overflow into this jar. Now here we have seen that the weight of the stone decreases. How much it has decreased? That can be found out using, if you find the weight of this displaced water, that is if you find out the mass and do m into g. So this is the force of buoyancy, or this is the weight of the water that has been reduced. So this is the principle that is put forth by Archimedes, and this principle is called Archimedes principle. It is stated like this: the apparent loss of the weight of the immersed stone is equal to the weight of the water displaced by the stone equal to the force of buoyancy exerted by the water. So the weight of the water displaced here is equal to the loss of the weight, and it is also equal to the upward buoyant force applied by the water. That is what is Archimedes principle. Next you have Pascal's principle. Let us see what Pascal's principle states. Pascal principle states that external pressure applied to enclosed body of fluid is transmitted equally in all directions throughout the fluid volume and the walls of the containing vessel. In this we take two cylinders of different cross section area. Let's say this is A1 and this is A2. Now you have two pistons. One piston is here, another piston is over here. This is the water. The pistons that you are placing here must be leak free. Okay. Let us say you have applied a force F1 here. The pressure here will be F1 by A1. Pressure here will be F1 by A1. Now when you apply force here, this force is equally transmitted to the water and it moves, this force goes in all directions. When it comes here, F2 is equal to force is equal to pressure into area, that is F1 by A1 into A2. It becomes so A2 times larger, and hence for a small force that you have applied, it will become a large force. So that is what is the Pascal's principle. So the pressure over here is F1 by A1, force is F1. This pressure is equally applied in all directions. It moves through through the walls, and once it reaches here, it will become A2 times more, that is F1, the force will be A2 times more than the applied force. So, the more you increase the area, the more force you will get on the other side. So, this is what is Pascal's principle. I will read out the principle. Pascal's principle states that external pressure applied to enclosed body of the fluid is transmitted equally in all directions through the fluid volume and the walls of the containing vessel. So, this principle is applied in lifting the cars, lifting heavy objects, in hydraulic jacks, lifts, automobile, workshop. A small download force applied by the hand of operator helps to lift a heavy vehicle with ease. That is what is Pascal's principle. Now, today's class we have discussed Archimedes' principle and Pascal's principle. Archimedes, during his time, was given a task. The task was, he was given a crown and he was asked to find whether the crown is made up of pure gold or not. Then how it is solved in the using Archimedes' principle is given in your textbook. Just read it. Okay, once you get back, you will be able to understand, apply the Archimedes' principle, you will be able to understand how he has found out whether the crown is pure or not. That's all for today's class, children. We shall continue in the next class.